The last 24 hours has been extremely big, but also bad for Kik. So if you don't know, there's been a video that got released over a day ago now by the time this video comes out. There is a former Kik employee, well, former Kik and Stake employee, because they worked for the company EasyGo, which is actually a company based here in Melbourne, and that girl herself is also like from Melbourne as well, because the headquarters, I literally searched it up before, the headquarters is just here, like within the heart of Melbourne City. Before I continue this video, I just want to let you know I've been having problems with my webcam, so there will be some glitches here and there. I've tried to keep it minimal. I've like stopped myself talking when it's gotten too bad, but there will still be glitches here and there. I don't have enough money at the moment to buy a new webcam, so please excuse it. Thank you. And she made a 19-minute video, and I'm going to link that down below if you want to watch the whole entire video in its full capacity. We're just going to be talking about a few points, so there's a few clips that I have pulled out of that video, and there's just certain things that I just want to talk about, give my own opinions about, and things that I think that, you know, that need to be raised even more, because this already has gone extremely viral, and I'm only seeing this getting like even worse as the days go on. Now, the first clip that I'm going to show right here is her talking about her resignation from the company.
Not only did they send me a cease and desist, which I'll go into in a second, in regards to this tweet, or here, but they've also been lying about the fact that I was fired when I quit. So I posted this post.
So these right here are the tweets that she put out that she was talking about in the video. This is her right here talking about apparently how, you know, Kik was talking. Well, EasyGo really, but I'm going to probably talk about it as Kik, because, like, you know, that's what we all really know it as. Like, you know, whenever we hear, like, you know, EasyGo, no one really knows what that is. Everyone knows it, the company as Kik. But like stating that apparently she was fired when in reality she actually quit, that to me like doesn't make any sense. Like, I honestly don't get that at all. And then here it is her, like, you know, she said that she put up the screenshots of her resignation, which this is right here. She mentioned it in the video as well, talking about how, you know, she resigned, but for some reason, which, like I said, to me, I find that extremely confusing, of like, why the fuck would Kik like come out and say like, oh no, actually She was fired. She was fired from the company. Just say that she quit. If anything, you like tried to cover it up, is making you look even worse. And one thing I want to talk about that she didn't mention in the video as well is that Eddie, who, if you don't know who Eddie is, he is the co-founder of Stake and Kik. He actually replied to her tweet because, you know, obviously all this is starting to go viral. And as you can see right here, this is his reply. And to be honest, this looks like a whole load of ChatGPT bullshit. She even replied to it herself saying that, you know, he was never interested in it before, and matter of fact actually clarifies that they used to sit near each other and he knew about this whole entire situation, but he never gave a shit until now, where now he's trying to do some, like, you know, damage control, as she says, which to me, that's really all it seems like. This next clip right here is her talking about how the terrible work environment that was EasyGo, and how a lot of like the employees who work there just used to put out slurs like it was nothing.
But because there was just a consistent disrespect to other people's opinions and beliefs. And this went as far as to just consistently hearing the F slur. And not even just in jest, like as a joke, it was specifically, you know, targeted towards people that it was supposed to discriminate against. Even so much as to walk past the socials room, the guys that run the, you know, Kik streaming and Kik community, and hear the N-word just dropped. Hard R.
So I don't know if any of you have worked in a professional environment before, and I just want to say this as well, is that like there was a little section that I didn't show, was because she goes on a little bit, then she mentions it, is that apparently also a lot of people in that environment apparently were also like misgendering people who are transgender, so they were basically kind of being like, you know, transphobic or homophobic, however you want to put it. And I am not here to like say about what your view should be when it comes to the trans community or whatever that is. I do not care. I don't care about your views. I don't care if you're for it. I don't care if you're against it. But when it comes to a professional setting, I don't know if any of you have been in a professional environment before. And when I have been in like my previous jobs in professional environments such as this, You do not say that stuff. There is no, especially in front of upper management. Like, to say something like that in front of your friends is one thing, but like to say it in front of upper management, especially when you're working for a company who works with people, like in terms of a streaming company, like a streaming outlet, like Kick, there's so many diverse people on the platform. You kind of, to a certain extent, can't be biased towards your political views, and you kind of have to put them aside. So the fact that these people in this professional work environment, especially in front of upper management, are just going ahead and like splurting out the N-word, saying faggot left, right, and center, and just like, you know, putting, if you want to call it transphobic, like comments as well. Like I said, it doesn't matter what your beliefs are. When it comes to a professional environment, you have to put those aside. And they're just like, full on coming out and saying whatever the hell they want. This next clip is one of the reasons why she left the company. Like I said, there is many reasons why she left the company, which we're obviously going to get into. But one of the reasons why she left is that she needed a somewhat, like, and when I say somewhat, I mean a somewhat minuscule, like flexible work environment, because, you know, well, not even a work schedule, because she has a child, she has a kid, and she needs to be able to pick up that kid from school. But apparently, according to Kick, it was actually deemed that those like conditions that she needed were not good enough for the company, and they needed to be gotten rid of.
A lot of people assumed that I needed to be home all the time, or I was working from home, or I wasn't showing up from work, or I was taking a ridiculous amount of time off, which is just absolutely not the case. So my daughter started school in February, and every second week I needed to pick her up. So I would get in at around 9:30 after dropping her off. I wouldn't take any breaks or have lunch, and I would leave by about 2:30. It's important to note that a lot of staff members work from home, and we absolutely didn't have a stringent office working environment where we couldn't actually access information outside of the office. You can imagine it was a surprise to me when the manager of the partners team, yes, the same guy that has been going around spreading lies about me, sat me down and just flat out said that my flexible working arrangements would be revoked effective immediately and I need to find alternatives. I found it absolutely disgusting that that was effective immediately, when basically giving me no time to come up with an alternative.
And you're obviously probably asking for proof when it came to this, is like, did they actually really say this to her? And this is even like in an email. Obviously she blurred out like a few other parts, but she was just like wanted to put this dot point, is that they even like confirmed this in an email to her, talking about like apparently they gave her the benefit of the doubt for the past couple months when it came to, you know, her wanting to be able to work from home during like the second half of her work days. And she even states that like it wasn't even all that often. It wasn't like it was every single day. She said it was like every 2 weeks or once a week. I think it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like every 2 weeks, just on like a Tuesday, where she needed to be able to pick up her child from school. And it's not like she was asking for the whole entire day off. She was still willing to work from home. And then you're forcing her to like pull that out of her leave. And now on to this next clip. This one is there's actually like, this is more of like a two-parter right here. This is like a little section of the video where this is like a bit of a two-parter, where there's some streamers that Kick is dealing with. One of them is a current streamer on Kick, and they are actually belittling like his deal. And then there's a second clip as well, which we're going to talk about after we finish dealing with this first one, is apparently it's a streamer where they're getting them from Twitch to Kick, and they're kind of like, you know, trying to bait them in a way, but a way that's really horrible.
For those of you who don't know, there's a creator on Kick who got a contract through one of the bigger streamers. This creator has special needs, and we gave him a contract out of good faith and the fact that this bigger streamer was quite a fan of him. Quick side note, I grew up with a severely autistic cousin, and I am very in tune with the needs and well-being of anybody with a disability. So I wanted to follow up on this guy's contract renewal because the POC was the manager of the partners team. And I don't know if you guys have figured this out or not yet, but he's a massive dick. So I was really concerned that this streamer wasn't going to be treated well, and I was right. So when I asked about this streamer's contract renewal, he had a smirk on his face and goes, "I decimated his rate." And this was apparently fucking hilarious because everybody else in the room laughed. I said, "Well, what did you put it down to?" And he proceeded to then brag about the fact that he got him on a below market cent rate for an English streamer.
So that first clip right there is a lot of people are starting to speculate that apparently it is this person right here. If you don't know the guy on the right, that's obviously Aiden Ross, who is a massive streamer on the platform. And the guy on the left is his friend, who is Jake Future. Now, a lot of people are speculating it might not be true that it is actually him, but a lot of people are really, really certain that it is Jake Future, and pretty much like discriminate someone for being mentally disabled in that matter, and just kind of being like, fuck him. We're just going to, pull his contract down because we can. Because fuck him. He has some kind of mental issues. Stuff his contract. We're just going to make it to the absolute bare minimum. And then kind of laughing about that. Like, if you're pulling down someone's contract, I feel like there's got to be a valid reason why. Like, if he's not streaming at all, if he's not pulling in numbers or whatever, he's not doing his job for that contract, that's fair enough. But to just say, to like pull down his contract and then fucking make a joke about it and laugh about it, to me, what kind of work environment is this? And this second one right here, you're gonna watch it first, because if you watch a lot of streamers and you're in the streaming realm, you're gonna already know who this is.
We were talking about the fact that they were trying to get a very beloved Twitch streamer over to Kick to stream Steak as well. And just for context, this particular streamer had been publicly battling cancer recently. So they decided to utilize that in their strategy to get this person over. The conversation very quickly became quite sinister. I'm going to say a quote, and it's something that I cannot get out of my head because it's so heinous to me. And I think it will speak volumes in, the type of characters that work there, which is why I had to get out. The quote that I remember hearing was, "We can get her on Kick streaming Steak for a relatively low price because she probably thinks she's going to die soon and she'll want to leave more money for her family."
So when I watched this, I straight away knew it was Kaide. Like, I am 99.9% sure that it is Kaide. Because if you don't know who Kaide is, she is a massive streamer. Her partner is Tens, who is a professional Valorant player. He's like the most followed Valorant player. And her herself, she has her own like massive following. And last year in March, she actually came out and told everyone that she had been diagnosed with leukemia. I know that she's like, I don't know what stages she is at the moment. I know she's like started to grow her hair back out and that things are starting to like get better. I don't know if the leukemia has completely gone away. I don't know what state it is at the moment, but all I know is that like it's extremely like in a lot better state than it used to be. But the fact that they came out and like we're trying to like kite her into joining Kick, but like putting all this money in front of her to like, their theory is that like, she probably thinks she's going to die soon. So we're just going to shove a whole load of money in front of her face because she's got cancer, because she's going to die soon. Like that to me, that just sounds like you have no morals. Like, don't you have any sympathy, any empathy for what the fact this person is going through? You're just going to, try and bait them with this money going like, they're going to fucking want all this money because, they probably think they're going to die soon. They want to... What is this company? And then these last two clips as well. This is another little section that's also a two-parter. There is multiple people that are involved in the company, and are we even surprised? Like, are you surprised? Am I surprised? No. But there's a lot of people involved in the company that are obviously creeps in one way or another.
This guy right here, I had to fight tooth and nail to get this guy off. This is something I went into detail in the other video, but yeah, fought so hard to get this guy off, and he told two 14-year-old girls that he wanted to do something sexual to them, and he even included their age in the proposition. I mean, if you haven't seen the video, it's so heinous, it's so wrong, and the fact that everyone there could watch it almost with a grin on their face. There were staff members who were defending it, saying that it was a joke.
I remember when that clip like started to go around of that dude saying those terrible things to like 14-year-old girls, and like it doesn't matter whether you think it's a joke or it's fucking wrong. Like, it was it doesn't. You don't say that shit to underage girls. And if there's someone on your platform that says that stuff, I'm sorry, you gotta fucking get rid of them. Why did she have to fight to get those people off to get that guy off the platform? That to me blows my mind. She shouldn't have had to fight for that. you should just automatically ban him.
Pushing it so hard. I'm like, we cannot allow anybody under 13 to stream. Now, nobody knew this, by the way, because I guess when you copy Twitch's TOS verbatim and then you just get some random guy in the office to change, the wording, none of the staff know the terms of service. So a lot of people were just like, nah, she can stream even if she's 6 years old because, she'll have her dad near her or whatever. And it's like, no, that's actually not the case. She cannot be on the platform and she cannot hold her own account. Funnily enough, when I left, I was like, okay, good. The child safety part is pretty much done. They have a process now in place, and I'm pretty sure there's no need to allow children on the platform because what market are you trying to capture? You already have pedophiles on the platform. Are you just trying to appease them? What's the point? I still don't know because I saw this tweet about 2 or 3 weeks ago where a prominent staff member is promoting on Twitter an 11-year-old boy.
And then that one right there as well. Why are you allowing underage people on your platform? There shouldn't be. It doesn't matter whether he's he can crank 90s on Fortnite. He's really fucking good. It doesn't mean shit. He's 11 years old. I agree. You know what? I've been a massive advocate and I am huge on kids should not be allowed on the internet whatsoever. If you are under the age of 16, you should be nowhere near the internet, let alone being 11 and streaming. Do you know how many fucking predators are on the internet? Especially on this fucking platform, just like that guy that Kick wouldn't ban at first. Are you fucking serious? That's why when all that Hill Mike and Zerka situation went down, I was surprised that they were actually banned. I'm happy that they were banned. They should have been banned, and I'm glad that they were. But I was surprised that they were. When I heard that they were banned, I was just like, fuck, really? I was like, damn. I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised that Kick actually did something about this and actually banned both of them because they do shit like this, but they actually don't give a fuck about the people, the type of people that are on their platform. Doesn't matter their age, doesn't matter what kind of people they are, doesn't matter what they say. They don't give a fuck. And to be honest with all this shit that she has said, she's obviously come with some receipts for certain things where a lot of it is more just her saying stuff. And I'm not going to come out and say I don't believe her. There is no way that why would she lie about this shit? There is no, lying about this stuff would just hurt your career even more than it would to help it. Coming out and saying this stuff, I've seen some people going oh, this can't be true unless she proves everything that she said. You really think that someone would go ahead and lie about this shit? You really think someone would make all this shit up? Really? And to be honest, are you really surprised? I'm not surprised at all. I'm still obviously shocked because I'm damn, this stuff is fucked up. But at the same time, I'm it's Kick. I'm not surprised with the amount of videos. I have made so many videos over the last year and a half that I've been doing this for, doing commentary videos for. I have made so many videos about Kick. Fucking heaps of videos about Kick and its creators as well. About how much of fuckwits that are on that platform and that run that platform and the platform itself. You can obviously tell the type of people that run this platform. And you know what? She's just come out and said hey, guess what? Everything that you thought about this platform, it's fucking true. And you know what? Is anyone really surprised? If you think about it, are you surprised? Because you shouldn't be. You should not be surprised whatsoever. I'm not fucking surprised. Not one part of me is surprised whatsoever. She also mentions in her video as well that before she recorded this, she recorded an 1.5 hour long video exposing everything in fucking detail. And she says that she has not released it yet. But you know what? I really hope she does. I hope she comes out, releases that video, puts out so much fucking evidence. I am going to definitely watch that video when it gets posted. I hope it gets posted. And I'm looking forward to that. But I'd like to hear what you guys have to think about all of this down below. Like I said, go watch the video. I definitely recommend you go do it. Get your full opinions on the video. Come back here, comment. Let me know what you think about it. That's it from me, guys. Peace out.